C-A-T-C-H-I-N-P-I-P-S. I've been C-A-T-C-H-I-N-P-I-P-S. I've been.
Hey, it's your man Charlie P. Let's go ahead and jump into the back office to show a little proof so that y'all know I'm not fraudulent out here. As you can see, for this 2-week period, I'm up $77,000 in profit so far. My payout is on April 7th, so coming up Thursday. It's been a week and 5 days, I guess, and I've done 77K so far. Going into the metrics, as you can see, I started off really good. I had a 23K day, and then I had 2 days where I just was being stupid again, and then I got my life together, and we've been running it up ever since. And so you see, I started off on March 24th, but I do my payouts every 2 weeks, so this is 77K in under 2 weeks so far. I'm not sure. I'm not going to say I'm done trading for this trading period, because I know a lot of people would be like, why would you trade? Why not just wait on the payout? My thing is, if the setup is there, what am I going to let it pass me up for? Like, if the setup is there and it's meeting my rules and it's, an obvious setup, then yeah, I'm going to take it. I can't get to millionaire status being scared of stuff. But let's talk about how we did $29,000 in profit today within, it's about 3 hours, about a 3-hour trade, 3 hours and 15 minutes, something like that. But let's jump into it. Ooh-wee. I know you see it. Tell me you see it. Angel Dust, is that you? Is that you? All right, y'all, look at this. Euro USD H1 chart. We have peak center pass almost confirmed for Angel Dust. What we have is the peak right here. Then our center point, I'm going to mark it with a horizontal line. Put it right at the bottom of this red candle right here. And then now all we're looking for is a pass candle, which means we need H1 to pass through and close past the center point that we just drew. And basically all that does is it makes an M pattern so that we can sell it. So that's peak center pass, PCP, Angel Dust. So just going over the rules real quick in full. The first rule of Angel Dust is you always want to trade in the direction of whichever side of the 144 EMA you're on. The 144 is our purple. We're under the 144, so we're only looking for sales if we're looking for an Angel Dust setup. The second rule is what I just said, which is price is, well, actually I didn't say, I said rule number 3. But anyway, the second rule is price on H1 is coasting along the 10 EMA, while at the same time it has to be above the 50 level since we're selling. So like if you want the Ehlers Fisher, which is the green line down here, you want it to be the opposite of what you're trying to do. So if you're selling, you want it to be above the 50 level. If you were buying, you would want it to be below the 50 level. And the same thing, like we're under the purple, so you want this above the 50 level. So it's like you're looking for opposites right there. But again, all we're worried about is the 10 EMA for the most part, as far as like how it's riding along the 10 EMA. Funny story about that too. Angel Dust wasn't the first name for this strategy. I used to call it Ride a 10 because it's supposed to ride along the 10 EMA. And one day I'm just like, Ride a 10. It just sounds kind of innuendo-ish. So let me change that name. You know what I mean? Ride a 10. Like, wait a minute, what am I doing? Anyway, rule number 3, though, like I said, is peak center pass, so PCP. And this was our peak. We had our center point here, so we just needed H1 to close past the center point, which is what we're waiting on now. And as soon as that happens, then we will go down to the 15-minute chart, wait on price to come back up and grab the 50 EMA again, and then we will sell it. Now, if this was London session or Asian session, then I would go ahead and say that it's confirmed already, because the M15 candles have already closed past our center point twice, as you can see. But New York session is pretty good about doing it on the H1 candle, and then coming back again on the 15-minute chart to grab that 50 EMA. So I'm just gonna wait this one out. I actually already took the trade, to be honest with you, and just took $1,000 profit on it. I took the trade right here, somewhere up in here, because like I said, the 15-minute candle already closed past it, and then it came up and grabbed the 50 EMA already. And so I was like, man, it's probably finna take on off. So I went ahead and sold it, and then I got out after a few pips and just took $1,000 off of it. But then I just was like, you know what? New York session, I'm pretty confident in as far as how it acts. So I'm just going to go ahead and get out of the trade in case it comes back, which it started to come back so far. But yeah, we're going to wait on that H1 confirmation, and we will hopefully get a good entry. Confirmed. You see it? So I zoom in. Oh, snap. You know what? Maybe not. Let me fix that. Yeah, it's confirmed. Yeah, you see how it's barely past that line. Here's another thing. When it's barely past the line like that, if you're unsure, if you just hover, I'm just moving that line out the way real quick. If you just hover your mouse over the closing point of the last candle, or of whatever candle you're looking at, it'll pull up this information. So you see it says it closed at 1 point, and looking at the second to last line, it closed at 1.09642. This one closed at 1.09641. So barely closed below it. 642, 641. So it is lower. It did close past this line. So now we just need to come down to the 15-minute time frame and wait on price to come up and grab the 50 EMA. And then we get in. All right, there we go. And we in there just like that. Bam. Had to be ready for that one, boy. Golly. Let me go ahead and enter over here. Okay. All right, so we're in the trade. I'm putting my stop loss. We'll go about 10 pips to the upside. And now we need to find a take profit point. So let me go down to go up to the H4 chart. So we got a clear zone right here to where, excuse me, price came down and, did this. I mean, this kind of could be seen as a zone as well, because we've got a wick starting here, and then that kind of correlates with this little area here as well. So price is probably going to come down to this zone and bounce up off of it a little bit and then continue down further. So if we get down to this zone, then we're looking at approximately 135 pips. So I'm going to drag my take profit down here. And we'll just say 130 pips to give it room to move that far. But, depending on how fast it starts to move today, we may or may not hold that. So looks like we got a really good entry. So yeah, we will check back later, and we'll just ride this out. All right, we're back checking in. As you can see, we're risk-free on the trade now. I actually went risk-free after this candle closed, which this candle was major USD news. Which reminds me, a lot of people have been asking me, like, how do I go about trading news, or if I trade news at all? And my answer to that is, if my pattern confirms. So remember on H1, my pattern had confirmed, and then this H1 candle is where news hit. If the pattern confirms before news, I'm going to take the trade. It is what it is, and news is going to respect the pattern. That's why I don't get caught up in the fundamentals. Granted, I love hearing people talk about fundamentals. It sounds dope. Y'all sound real smart, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I haven't needed them yet. So I'll just leave it like that. But so I don't worry about the fundamentals. I never worry about the outcome of news. I just want to know when is major news going to happen? Because if I don't have a confirmation of my pattern yet, then at that point, yeah, I'll stay out of the market if I don't have the confirmation. But yep, if it confirms, I don't care what news is coming up. I'm taking a trade. What else? Oh yeah, TP. I think I'm going to not be as bold on my TP anymore. Granted, we may come down here, and quite frankly, I really don't see the market having a reason to stop before reaching this level. But the more that I look at this, as you see, we're about to enter inside of the bands on the H1 chart, my oversold bands. So that's one factor where I'm kind of like, I don't know. And then when I zoom out on H1, this zone that I mentioned earlier is just really, I don't know, it's just really poking out at me. Like, I just really think the market's going to bounce up off of this and probably come up to here, to this little zone. This is kind of what I see happening. I think the market's going to do like this. It's going to hit this and then bounce up here. And then it'll probably, go down to where my current take profit is. That's what I think is going to happen. I really don't feel like waiting on all that today. So what I think I'm going to do instead is just go ahead and adjust my TP to just sit in that zone right there. And that'll be about 60 something pips, I think. Let me see. Oh, 69. Well, I might as well round that thing off at 70. Come on now. There we go. So that'll be 70 pips of profit, and which is still an awesome day. And that's what we're going to do. And I got like 13 pips left until this hits my TP, but I'm impatient. I'm taking it. I don't care. Give me 28. Give me the 28, I said. See how they do me as soon as I want to take profit. They take my money away. I'm trying to let it go above 28 a little bit. There we go. So, all right. So we took 28 out the market today. So that's what's up. I might look to sell EU again tomorrow. If it continues to drop throughout today, cool. I can't hate on the 60 pips that we just took. Well, probably like 57 pips or something like that. But yeah, solid day. And I'm still in these trades on my other, like my personal account. So like this is a personal account, which I show the balance. I don't care. So I started this account today with essentially $250. As you can see, we're up close to 400 on that. So we've definitely more than doubled this account. Now this one, I'm gonna let it just ride, because I really do feel like the market is gonna come down to, oh snap, I ain't even set my TPs. Let me set my TPs on this one. I'm tripping. All right, let me do it this way. Pull this down and then this one. Now finish pulling them down. All right, so that will be 654 plus essentially 250-ish. So that'll be roughly $900 profit from a $250 account. If that TP is hit, and then the second account, which I just withdrew from this one, but it was a 4-figure account. It's back down to 868 as of the start of today. As you can see, we're up 1100 on this one, so just above 2K in equity from 868 on this one. And again, I'm gonna let this one ride. I got my TP set on this one, so that would be 2800 on that if that TP is hit. So yeah, man, like you don't have to have a lot of money in the account to build your account up if you know what you're doing. And granted, I am an extremely high risk trader, so until you really know your setups and you're confident in your setups, and you know exactly what you're looking for, I definitely would say stay away from high lot sizes. I'm not a person that's preaching high lot sizes, but I'm saying once you acquire the skill, then why not? So yeah, I will holler at y'all on the next one, which will probably be the Omega strategy, the revised Omega strategy. I'll probably show some more examples of angel dust in a separate video. So kind of like a angel dust refresher strategy video. And let's see what else. Oh, and I'm kind of revising my Pika 10 strategy as well. So probably be on the lookout for that in the next couple of weeks. And then I'm gonna do a frequently asked questions, because a lot of you guys, I get a lot of similar questions in my inbox, my Facebook inbox, Instagram inbox, stuff like that. So please forgive me for not responding to the messages. There are so many, and this is new to me. I'm not used to, I have a ton of messages to sift through, and it's easier to just make a video and kind of talk them out, because some of the questions are similar. So be on the lookout for that. And but I do see them. I don't want y'all to think I'm just ignoring stuff, but it's a lot. It's a lot. And like I said, I still work a job. I got a whole family to spend time with. So and yeah. But anyway, I'm gonna holler at y'all, man. Y'all be good.